Today's game is going to be Bulls versus Atlanta Hawks. The Bulls coming in with a 4-game losing streak, while the Hawks, they're coming in at a 4-6 record. The Bulls are going to be away team at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And Chicago Sports Network is our network for Chicago, and everybody in Atlanta will be FanDuel. League Pass for everybody out of the market. And everyone that listens to live commentary, BKR Sports on YouTube does that. He's really good, big Bulls fan. 670 to score for the radio for the Bulls, and WZGC for Atlanta. The odds, the Bulls are underdog +3, and the over-under is really high today, 239. Both teams don't like to play defense, so that number is pretty reasonable. The record, Bulls are 3-6, and the Hawks are 4-6. Just some rankings for the Bulls as we go into each game. The Bulls are kind of dropping in a lot of categories. Rebounds, we went from 1st to 5th. Assists, we went from 3rd to 7th. Three-pointers made, we went from 3rd to 5th. And three-pointers attempted, we stayed at 3rd. Three-point percentage, we dropped a bit to 9th. Free throw attempts, we're at 19th, so that actually has improved. Turnovers, we're steady at 22nd. Steals, 26th. And blocks, we're staying there at dead last. We don't block many shots. And pace, we've been at 1st. We maintained that. Possessions, we dropped down to 9th. We had played one game less than a lot of the teams ahead of us, so that number should change. Points were 14th, so that dropped. Deflections, we're at 27th. And loose balls recovered, we have started dropping or started increasing our ranking here. We're at 19th. We were at 22nd. So it's nice to see the Bulls trying to get those loose balls, because we were doing terrible at recovering those. Atlanta Hawks, they are coming in this game. They're coming in this game at 8th spot in the East, and the Bulls are coming in 11th. You know, the offensive rating, Hawks are 17th, while the Bulls have dropped to 28th. And defensive rating, the Hawks are 25th, while the Bulls have dropped from 10th to 20th in defense rated. So we're not doing anything good on either side here on the ratings. For the team leaders, Zach LaVine is leading us with 22 points per game. He should be back tonight. I'll leave a comment down below once I know his status. Trae Young is averaging 25 points per game and 11 assists, so he leads the team in both categories. All-star numbers. I think he's really done really well since the trade for them. DeJounte Murray, they didn't mesh well. Trae Young's back to his old self. Rebounds, surprise one for me. Jalen Johnson, 10.4 rebounds per game. He's having a breakout year. And Nikola Vucevic is at 10, which he's having a really good year too. Josh Giddey leads us with 7 assists. And Josh, he's been improving his assist numbers the last few games. I would like that to trend continue. He's definitely a really good passer. Getting everybody involved is the key for me with this lineup. Okay, Bulls versus Hawks. The injury report is all over the place for the Hawks. Bojan is out. Kobe's out. DeAndre Hunter is out. Vitt is out. Seth Landry is out. And Cody Zeller is out tonight. So a lot of people out for the Hawks. Bojan is the big one for me. He definitely gives the Bulls problems. For the Bulls, Lonzo Ball is still out. They did say that his swelling went down, and now he's still in the splint. So we should be looking for him to return here soon, hopefully. Torrey Craig, he's a game-time decision. He should be playing. He got sick. Zach LaVine, his hip injury is game-time decision. This one says he has a thigh injury. So Zach has a lot of injuries right now, shoulder, thigh, hip. But this is a game that he said he was targeting to come back. As soon as I know, I'll post that comment. Jalen Smith, he's a game-time decision. He's been dealing with his knee injury pretty much all season, but he's been playing through it. So I expect him to be there for the Bulls. All right, so the starters, if Zach LaVine plays, he'll be the starter. Kobe White, Josh Giddey, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic. Patrick Williams, his points are increasing. His rebounds are kind of steady at 4.8 here. And he should be replaced in the starting lineup. I'll say it every game. He hasn't shown what he could do in the starting lineup yet, or that group. He needs to be in the second unit in my point of view. I think all his stats, all his numbers will be improved, even less playing time in that second unit will still bring his numbers up. But Billy likes him there. Nikola Vucevic, great year so far. He is averaging 3 more points per game, which is the big difference. But other than that, he's pretty much averaging the same thing the last couple of years. It's just the way the Bulls are utilizing him. Billy Donovan has been terrible using his bigs the last couple of years. I mean, by far, so bad at using his bigs. And we finally seen, Nikola Vucevic be himself, that the guy that we traded for, he's playing in the post, he's actually opened up his three-point shooting, so he's actually taking more three-point shots this year. And it's crazy because they're playing through him, which is creating us a lot of three-point attempts. And he's taking advantage of having Josh Giddey run the point guard position, because now Josh Giddey has showed everybody else, get that ball into him, because Kobe White's passing to him, Zach LaVine's passing to him, Patrick Williams is passing to him in the post. They're all seeing it now, where they used to miss those mismatches constantly every game. So it's good to see us play through our big man like old school basketball, even though we have a new school feel of all the three-point shooting, because Nikola Vucevic will pass the ball. For the Hawks, Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson. We got the rookie, the number 1 overall pick here, and then Clint Capella. So Dyson Daniels, he's an up-and-comer in my point of view. This dude, he's going to be a really good player. I think that trade, bringing him from New Orleans wasn't the smartest choice on the Pelicans, but he's having a good year so far. And then Jalen Johnson, man, he's definitely breakout year for him, which is going to be a tough matchup for the Bulls. Clint Capella runs the floor a lot, so I could see, we're playing Smith more minutes today just to match up with him. I would really like for Smith and Nikola to play together. I don't know why we have to do this small lineup every time, because they're both shooting threes, they're both playing in the post, and our defense is not great in the paint. It's not great at all. We're giving up, a lot of points per game in the paint as well. And then, for second chance points, we're not doing so bad because of Nikola and because the Smith are doing good. So why not put them together? So I think that will be the fix for our lineup. I don't know. But if you look at the last 5 games for the Bulls, we have 4 games that we lost in a row. We definitely played really good against Minnesota and for 3 quarters, and then did really bad the last quarter. So I do like the way the Bulls are playing. We're just not getting wins, and I think that will change as the chemistry gets better as well and the schedule starts easing up a little bit. For the Hawks, they kind of flip-flopped. They just played New York and won, and then they lost against Detroit. Okay, with that, I would think it'd be the other way around. So the Bulls and Hawks, it's a good matchup for the Bulls. The chemistry for the Bulls as well. I would like to see that improve. I'd like to see the ball movement keep going. Last game in the fourth quarter, we kind of had that stagnant offense again. 3-point shooting, hopefully can make our shots. Patrick Williams not turning the ball over will be great. Josh Giddey getting back to the rebounding. He's kind of slacked on that the last couple games. And then, just seeing Nikola Vucevic do what he's been doing has been great. So I think the Bulls win this game. This is a good game for the Bulls to progress. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys for the recap, highlight videos, and go Bulls.